Good morning, good morning. So according to Inc. magazine, 92% of people that set goals never reach them, never see them achieved. It's an incredible figure when you think about it. What it's saying is that only 80% of the people setting goals actually achieve them. 8%. So why is that? And is it important? Well, yeah. If you were to Google this right now, you will see all sorts of reasons why it's important to set goals, from creating a focus and motivation to beating procrastination and giving yourself something to measure your attainments against. All very valid, all very true things. But probably the most important thing, as far as I'm concerned, is that it's the people that set goals that influence the world, that make a difference, that achieve because they achieve what they're setting out to achieve. They're the people that are the influencers. They are the people that lead companies. They are the people that that make a difference in the world. So that's may not be every one of the 8%, of course, I'm not suggesting it is, but what I am suggesting is that those people that are the achievers, that are the influencers, that are the people that make the difference in the world, they are amongst those people that actually set their goals and achieve them. So in my opinion, setting goals is important for so many reasons, not least because it will help each and every one of us to become the person that we really want to be. So in this vlog, I'm going to suggest three principal reasons why people don't achieve their goals. This is James Foster and Careers Matter. So let's start looking at the reasons why. So I think probably the first reason that people don't achieve their goals, and it isn't, you could say that it isn't setting them. I'm not even dealing with those people. I'm dealing with those people that set their goals but don't achieve them. And probably the first reason is because they actually don't know what they want. They sit down there with a blank piece of paper and they write something down and they go, that's my goal, I want to do that. I want to get fit. I want to make more money. I want to get to the next level of my career. I want to, but it's undefined, and it's unclear. That's the second reason, by the way, that it's undefined, but we'll come back to that in a minute. It's unclear, and in their own mind, the reason why is because they don't actually know what it is they want. They haven't actually really thought it through. They haven't really looked at what they really want to achieve in their life. And if you don't know what you want to achieve in your life, you can't set a goal to achieve it. Tavita, good morning. How are you? So setting goals, in setting goals, the very first thing is to really set some time to thinking about what it is you really would like to achieve. Not in any one particular area, but across the whole area of your life, in terms of who you want to become, what you want to own, what you would like to do with your life, how much you would like to be an influencer, how much you would like to achieve. Think those things through. Think where you would like to end up. Now, and right at the outset, if you're a young guy or a young girl who's looking forward to where their life may go, it may seem a long way off. But have some real focus, a distant focus, as it were, as to where you would like to attain in your life, and then considering the stages that you need to get there. So if somebody wants to get into, inverted commas, politics, where would they like to end up getting to in politics? Do they want to become an MP, or do they want to be somebody that's behind the scenes? If they want to be in the an MP, do they want to be somebody that gets into government? Would they like to get to head of government? What state, where would they like to achieve in their life? What's their ambition? By understanding where that is, understanding whether they want, what sort of relationship they want, what sort of person they would like to become physically, how they want to maintain their fitness levels, etc. It's all of these sorts of things. Working them through, writing them down, and understanding what they are. That's so the first principal reason people don't achieve goals, because what they write down, it has no thought. It's not what they really want. It's just what they think they should be putting there. The second reason I think that people don't make their goals is because they haven't really, what's the word for it? They haven't really focused on what it should be. That's probably not the right word. They haven't really defined what it is that it should be that they want to. So they don't know in the first instance. Once they do know, they haven't defined it. It's woolly. Where they want to get to is somewhere up there, somewhere across there. It's not definitive. So they haven't really put into their mind exactly what it is that, the steps that they need to take to get there, the milestones along the way, so that they know what it is that they have got to achieve by a certain point, in order to make sure that they are on the right route to get to where they want to go. So not only are they not defined where it is they want to end up, they've not given the definition, the detail as to what it is they need to get there. What tools do they need? What qualifications, what experience they have to gain along the way. They've not given any thought to any of that process. And so somebody comes along and says, in a year's time, I want to have got from where I am now to the next stage of my career. I'm a project manager, I want to be a senior project manager. And that's all they say. So what do they need to do to get a senior project manager? What does a senior project manager mean? Does it mean more money? Does it mean more responsibility? Does it mean handling bigger projects? Does it mean being in a different company? Does it mean a different job? Or, what does it mean? And then if they now know what it means, they have now got some idea of what they've got to do to get there. Do they need to qualify anywhere? Do they need, have they got to get another form of certification? Maybe they've just done a Prince 2 foundation course. Do they need the full practitioner's course? Do they need to, would it help them if they did a PMI course? What would be valuable to them in getting them to that level? What about the sorts of things they need to be doing in their job? How about how they're going to influence people to get them to their senior project manager? Who do they need? What people do they need to be working with them, or do they need to have an influence on? Their boss, obviously, but what about other people in the organisation? And so therefore there's been no definition. They don't know what it is that they have to do to get to where they want to get to. So not only have they not defined where they want to get to, they haven't detailed, they haven't defined the process by which they're going to get there. And the final reason, and this is probably the most important reason, or the one that holds most people back, because this is the one that contains almost everything. If you have this, if you've got this sorted, everything else will fall into place, because you'll understand exactly why it is you want to get there. And that's the reason. You don't know why you want to get there. You don't know your why. Why do I want to achieve this? Why do I want to become a senior project manager? Why do I want to get to a C level within an organisation? Why do I want to be an official in government? Why do I want to be somebody that is running at senior level campaigns, political campaigns? Why is it I want to? what is it, why is it I want to get there? And within other aspects of our life, the why there as well. Why do I want to be married? Why do I want to raise a family? People do these things without knowing why. It's almost like it happens by accident, but not understanding what it is that you actually really want to do and why you want to do it. The big why. And I think, the understanding of why is what gives you the motivation to actually want to get through all the problems and the hurdles and the obstacles that get in the way of you achieving your goals, because now you understand why you want to get there. And let me tell you now, when people think about why, they go, well, I want to get to be a project manager because I need more money. Okay, that's a good reason. There's nothing wrong with that reason. But why do you need more money? Well, I need more money because I want to buy a house and I want to be able to afford to get the things that I need to go into that house. Okay, that's great. But you're living somewhere now. Why do you want to buy a house? Well, I want to be able to facilitate things for my family. You see where I'm going with this? We start with one level and we dig deeper and we dig deeper. And at some point in this process, and my suggestion, it's always been suggested to me that you need to ask the question why 7 times. By the time you get to 5, 4, 5, maybe 6, the 6th time of asking this question, you're starting to really get into the emotion behind why you really want to do it. I did this process, I've done it several times to myself. I've gone through, why do I want to run this business? Why do I want to set up a careers mastery program? Why, which I'm coming on to in a minute. Why do I want to did I want to run a recruitment business? Why do I, and I've gone through exactly this process. And it's a very emotional and personal process, because when you break it down, when you actually get to the hub of the reason, you'll be surprised just how emotional the whole thing can be. And when you've eventually and at last understood why you want to achieve something, then you really do understand what it is you want to achieve. And I'd almost go as far as to say you don't know what you want to achieve until you understand why you want to achieve it. What is it? What is that underlying reason? What is at the heart, at your core, that is driving you on? And until you know what that is, there's no motivation. There is nothing that is going to, there's nothing that's compelling you to overcome the obstacles. There's nothing that's compelling you to take the next step, to move things out of the way, to actually do the work that's necessary, to take uncomfortable action, because anything that we do that is going to create change in our life is uncomfortable. You have to go places and do things that are just not comfortable. So let's go over that again, briefly summarize that. So the first reason is that people actually don't know what it is they want to do. The second reason is because they've not defined the process by which they're going to get all the detail in getting there. The planning, maybe it's some of the planning, but it's knowing what has to happen in order to get there. They've not done that work. And the third reason, and probably the underlying reason for all of this in the first place, they don't know why. And because they don't know why, it doesn't happen. Somebody goes along on New Year's Day and they set up a New Year's resolution. I'm going to stop drinking. I don't know why, because I never do. I always would like to continue drinking. I quite like having a pint of beer occasionally. But it's a matter of control. It's a matter of excess. I understand that. So, but somebody says, I'm going to stop drinking. The question is, why do you want to stop drinking in the first place? Why have you really understood why it is? When you understand why you want to stop drinking, the motivation to stop drinking is much, much bigger. And you say, okay, at the start of the year, I would like to get a new job. And nobody goes to get that new job because they don't know why they want to get the new job. That's as simple as that. So I speak to a lot of people, in my job as a headhunter, as a recruiter, and we talk about careers, progress, goals, and all of this. And the one thing that is consistently true is that probably, let me put a figure on it. I'm going to say that something like about 85 to 90% of the people that I talk to are not satisfied with where they have reached, either in their life or in their career. And I spoke to a few of these people about what they would be, whether or not they would be interested in some help in order to understand why this is the case. And part of what I'm talking about today is part of the thought process that's gone into it. And yeah, a lot of these guys would be really interested. So it got me to thinking that maybe there's other people out there that would be interested as well in setting up some form of a mastery program, a careers mastery program that would help people to actually focus on what their outcomes are going to be or need to be, where they would like to get to in their career. And I thought that if I was to set up a program and maybe and invite people to that program, that could be something that people would be interested in. So I've been thinking about hosting this careers mastery program for people that are frustrated with their careers, that are frustrated that they're not reaching where they want to reach, that are frustrated with the fact that they haven't got out of their life and out of their career so far what they'd hoped to achieve. And I'm going to, over the next few days, I'm going to be bringing this idea out to the bigger community and simply ask people if I was to set up this program, they'd be interested to join it. And if we can get a core following, enough people that are interested in this, who are prepared to put something into it, money-wise and time-wise, into achieving something here, then we can set up this careers mastery program. Let me know in the comments to this video let me know by direct message, but DM me rather than in the comments of this video. Direct message me on my Facebook page, Careers Matter, and let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in. And maybe we can set up a chance to have a chat about it and see where this might take you and help you. This is James Foster and Careers Matter.